Hi, my name is Shada Harrison, and I am one of the main caregivers to Frederik de Stercke, who is also affectionately known to his community here in Bali as Frey. I'm from Singapore, but I'm coming to you from Bali today. I'm going to talk a little bit about what has happened to Frey, give you the brief rundown, and also a little bit about our fundraiser and an appeal for you to consider contributing to it. I've written out most of the brief on my laptop just to be accurate and precise, so my eyes will dart from the camera to the laptop, and I do apologize if that's a little bit disturbing. Now, almost 7 weeks ago, Frey's closest friends in Bali and myself in Singapore became increasingly concerned about his declining mental and physical health. Due to the pandemic, Frey had lost almost all his income, and because of the nature of our long-distance relationship, with Frey being in Bali and me being here, he sunk into a deep loneliness and a depression. After a quick call with him on the 18th of November, where I noticed he was shaking profusely and he was sweating, I alerted his friends, and they rushed to his home, where they found him seizuring and immediately rushed him to the hospital, where it was discovered he had suffered a mild hemorrhage. A clot was found in his brain, along with other underlying issues such as diabetes, deep vein thrombosis, pneumonia, and chronic liver disease. A bit about Frey now. Frey is one of the nicest human beings, kind, and always ready to be there for his community. He moved to Bali from Belgium about 11 years ago with his then wife, Miyu, and together they started up a successful beach cafe called Comilfo. He closed that down and went on to run the fire station for and with his friend Dasi for about 6 years. He left that and now has recently reopened Comilfo again with his business partner Hanko and investors, but unfortunately for them, Comilfo opened on the same day as the Bali borders closed. Now, children call him Butterfly Frey for a reason. They also call him Uncle Pirate because he looks a bit like a pirate. Adults know him as Lucu, which means funny in Indonesian, and the community here all call him Pak Frey. Pak Frey yang lucu, because he brings joy to so many people and he always makes people laugh. But one of the greatest qualities about Frey, in my opinion, is how he took Miyu, his then wife, into his care even after being separated from her. About 4 years ago, Miyu got into a motorbike accident and lost the mobility of both her legs. However, he took her in to his care. He bathed her, he fed her, and he really embraced taking care of her. I think this quality speaks miles about a person, about Frey. However, on the surface, Frey, who has been in hospitality all of his life, was hiding a facade. You see, Frey is a recovering alcoholic who suffers from alcohol use disorder. A friend of mine who had been through the same ordeal said something to me a month ago before I flew to Bali, which changed my view on people who suffer from this disease. She said, an alcoholic is an alcoholic even before they take their first sip of alcohol. AUD, acronym for alcohol use disorder, can cause a person's central nervous system to change and causes them to become dependent on alcohol. It is as much a physical disorder as it is a mental disorder, which has affected the lives of so many people globally and locally here in Bali. I dare say even the people around us in our community may be blinded between the difference of alcohol abuse and alcohol disorder. There's a huge stigma surrounding alcoholics, but with little understanding of it. Today, Frey has been sober for close to 7 weeks. Sober for close to 7 weeks and has not craved alcohol. Now we are first dealing with his mild stroke, which has caused him to have to relearn how to walk, how to use the toilet. He's slowly getting his speech patterns back and his full length of vocabulary. It is a slow but wholesome journey back to having our Frey on his feet again. But the core team of supporters, his closest friends and myself, we need help with rehab, hospital bills, home nursing care, physio, proper nutrition, and the list goes on. I am the main caregiver, and I've given up close to 3 months of my work. I'm also one of the main breadwinners for my own family back home in Singapore. I understand the difficulty of the times, and I myself understand the stigma surrounding an alcoholic. I mean, the normal catchphrases would be, and I've said this myself in the past, he got himself into this situation, why should I help him get out of it? Our only appeal is this: Frey deserves a second chance. He wants to change. He wants to heal his liver, to confront his underlying health problems, and completely embrace a new lifestyle. Frey deserves a second chance, as does every other person who suffers from alcohol use disorder deserves a second chance too. The longer we create a stigma against people who suffer from AUD, the longer people will suffer in silence because of the pure shame surrounding it. Your help will go into Frey getting the right treatment to get him back into optimal health, so that he may return to serve his community the best way he knows how, by creating safe havens for people to come, eat, drink, dine, smile, laugh, and be happy. Frey has always dreamed of the new Comme Il Faut being a family restaurant. Frey wants a family. He wants to be a father himself. With your help, we can make this dream become a reality. Any amount contributed towards this fundraiser for Frey is so much appreciated. Let us fight the stigma surrounding alcohol use disorder together and give Frey, like so many others who suffer in silence, a second chance. Thank you so much for listening to this video.
Okay. Finally, you get a proper.
Oh, I unplugged the TV.
Thank you.
Oh. Can you give us a smile? This is for your mum. Strawberry milkshake. Yeah.